Hi, Limit Break Overdrive with a quick build guide update for the Boneshatter Juggernaut, the build I made for the league start. I've league started with it, I've played quite a bit. I'm currently 97 and a half, and I don't die much at all because I've become quite tanky. I think tankier than I thought I could. And I wanted to discuss some of the changes I've made because of tattoos. Tattoos are really strong and they're helping a lot. First things first, the Helm enchant. In the build guide, you see Arctic armor, but it's also mentioned in the notes that determination is good. And the reason I use Arctic armor in the build guide is because I thought it would be cheaper than determination, and it is, but determination is not that expensive either. The only thing you need to know is that if you use determination as Helm enchant, you need to change this one for pride, because if you use determination here again, you get diminishing return for reservation, so pride. And you could use pride with Arctic armor as well. The reason I use determination in the build guide on the cluster jewel is because it's cheaper and easier to roll. The waiting for pride is lower, so it's harder to get. With that out of the way, I managed to get a helm with Shrieking Essence of Loading for mana reservation, which means I did not have to get reservation as an Eldritch implicit, which is good in our case, because we can get fist damage taken from physical damage from hits taken as lightning or fire or cold. Lightning is good enough, and I get maximum lightning res, which is good. And I crafted physical damage from hits taken as fire again, because I get like 64, 65 trauma stacks against bosses. So I need to mitigate as much physical damage as I can. The gloves, I mean, it's pretty much like everything that's in the build guide. The axe is not that great, it's like 630 or 40 deeps, but I have 50% increased attack damage as an implicit, so I still want to get a better axe, like 750, 800 DPS axe, but I think I'm sitting at like 6-7 mil without Berserk right now, so it's good enough. But all I have to do now is Feared. I've done all the rest, so I'd like to get slightly more deeps for that, but because I've never tried it, maybe I would be fine. But now let's get into the bulk, and bulk of the changes, and it's the skill tree because of the tattoos. In the build guide, I take these nodes and Mage Bane to get spell suppress capped, but with exactly the amount of suppress I have on my gear, which is 7 with the implicit, 12 here, 11 here, 14 here, I get exactly 100% with these tattoos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 7. I think I have 7, so that gives me 40 spell suppression chance. So I saved up 4 skill points, which means I was able to go for Panopticon and buffs from active Ancestor Totems Linger for 3 seconds, because that's a shit ton of damage. Especially with the alternate quality, Phantasmal Ancestor Protector, because it's increasing the buff. Instead of taking this, however, I anointed Inveterate, which gives 15, so I took damage there instead of wasting these nodes. It's more of the same, both are good, but I found a good amulet with Inveterate, so I mean, why not use it? And yeah, and I am using Rootless in the links instead of Fortify support, and this is only because I have this tattoo, which gives you Fortify for free, and it's quite cheap. It's like 15C on trade. I don't know why it's not more expensive, because it's really good. And I gained, I don't know how much damage, like 98 divided by 3, it's like 30-ish, 32% more damage versus 45, which is 20, so it's like 12% more damage or so. Don't quote me on that, it's just from memory. And I've taken that to be immune to poison, but that's in the build guide, it was just over here. And I got this, max fire res, always good. And that's about it. I mean, if I ever get a level, I'll probably go and take cannot be hindered or maimed or blood stance damage, anything. Because yes, you can get the blood stance damage bonus even without stance skills, because you're in blood stance by default. I can't stress that enough. I keep getting this question. And that's about it. I mean, you can see on my channel, I've beaten Elder Slayer, Forgotten, Twisted Form without any trouble, like just face tanked Elder Slayers pretty much. Yeah, that's the changes I've made so far. Biggest ones being the tattoos, which allow us to save a lot of skill points, to get more damage. Panopticon with this is extremely good. Like, you drop this and you whack. And there's not anything more that got changed, really, so that's the update. I'm gonna link the POE from this character in the description below if you want to take a look at it. Right now my defenses are 85, 83, 84 and 35 Chaos Res. Another good tattoo that I've used is Chaos Resist. Like, I got an efficiency of skill, because why not? All AD Res, melee strike range, resist, attributes, meme on hit, don't know why that's there. I think it's the first thing I tried. But here, Chaos Res. So basically you can use tattoos to help with resistances. Again, Cold Res, so not much to it. I followed the build guide and then modified it just because of the tattoos. So that's pretty much it. So let me know down in the comments if you have questions, if you've played the build, if you liked it or not. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.